Hello beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. If you are a new subscriber, welcome, and if you are a return subscriber, welcome back. Everything that you see me using in this video will be listed down below, so feel free to check that out. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe so you don't miss whenever I post another video. Let's get straight into it. As you can see, I already did my brows off camera as well as prep my eyelids. And the eyeshadow that I'm going to be using today is this UCANBE Twilight Dusk palette, and I'm gonna go in with this shade right here first, and I'm tapping off the excess, and I'm just going to apply a little in the outer corner of my eye, patting it first because I want it to be stamped into place before blending it out. And you can go ahead and go ahead and build this shade up as well. Depends on how deep you want the shade to be. And I want it to fade towards the inner parts of my eye first. And if you want that crispy line, you can go ahead and add eyeshadow tape, or you can just use the edge of something, whatever you have on hand. Right, just like that. And for my transition color, I'm going in with this, which is Saffron, just a little bit of it, not too much. And I'm going on top as well as right above that shade. And this is basically softening up that reddish brown shade. And you can apply this first, it just depends. And as you can see, all it did was soften it up. Going back in with that reddish brown shade in that outer corner. Just like that. I'm gonna add just a little bit of this shade right here, which is Cashmere, and it's a black shade. Keeping it in that outer corner, but no higher than like right in here, basically where you would apply your eyeliner. Just like that. And I am going to kind of go in with that brown. I do want a little more of that black shade right in here without applying anything back onto the brush, and then blending just like that. Now I am going to do a cut crease. With this look, I decided to go a little more on the neutral side, so I want to keep everything nice and neutral. Let me get my little compact mirror. So to cut my crease, I'm going to look down, put that concealer close to my lash line, look up. That's creating a line above. That way, if you apply your shadow in your natural crease, right, and you were to be doing something and you just end up looking up for whatever reason, all that shadow is going to come up here anyway, so it's best to just apply it right where it's supposed to go. Now if you want it right there, fine. Just keep in mind that if you happen to look up for any reason, it is going to transfer. That's why I like to just go ahead and do the guide method to get that concealer exactly where it needs to be. And I'm just taking my time with doing this cut crease and just stamping everything into place. And as I'm patting it into place, I am drying that concealer down just a little bit. And I don't want this to go too far back, so I am going to pretty much stop right there. But I am going to, the top portion of it, I want it to come back a little further than I do. So it's kind of coming at an angle. So I'm going to take my finger to dry the edges in the back, and then I'm just going to take my little accent brush to dry down the rest of that concealer. Okay, now you can use translucent powder if you want, but I'm gonna go in with, I think I'm going to use Blazing. And with Blazing, I am going to apply that right where the concealer stopped and the other colors begin. And that color is similar to that concealer, so it works perfect. But I'm just tapping that into place. And then, so that you don't lose track of the other colors, just go back in with your brush. You don't have to add anything on there just yet. And you blending those colors together. That way you don't lose the colors that you have going on back here. And I'm building that shade up as well. And because I didn't set the concealer with translucent powder, I'm gonna try not to open this eye until I'm done with this look. The next shade I'm gonna go in with is Royal, and I'm going to apply that for the rest of the lid. Now I'm gonna switch back to Blazing. And I'm basically marrying those two shades together. Just like that. Concealer under here, but that's okay. Just like that. And I'm gonna go ahead and do this side off camera, and then I'm gonna come back. Okay, now that I have the other eye done, I was looking at the glitters at the top, and I'm debating if I want to be a little extra with this look. I know I said that it's supposed to be a more neutral, natural look, but I don't know, the glitters, like, I love glitter, so we're gonna be a little extra. Not a lot of glitter, just a little bit, and I'm only going to add it probably in this little area right here. The shade that I'm gonna go in with is this Blood Moon shade. Just a little bit. Like, it's there, but you guys can't see it that much, but it's there. That's exactly what I wanted it to be. Like, there, but not super noticeable. I'm also at the end going to add it to the inner tear duct, but that's once I finish the foundation. Rimmel London Stay Matte Primer. Especially around my nose area. My nose and pretty much my forehead is what gets the oiliest. It's not necessarily like the rest of the T-zone. The foundation that I'm going to be using is the MAC Studio Fix Fluid, and this one has the SPF 15 in it. I'm going to apply some on the back of my hand. I'm just stamping that into place. And I'm going to take some of that foundation to clean up this little area back here. You can use your concealer if you want. I'm just going to take the foundation to do it. And that's just going to make that line a lot crispier. Before going in with the other one. And for my forehead, I like to use as little as I possibly can. Now I'm going to finish my brows. So I'm just taking whatever product is in between, that's foundation, concealer, and I'm fading it into my brows, as well as blending out the line at the bottom so it's not as harsh. I like my brows to have that more faded look. So each time I'm going from the center, I'm going, but I'm also picking the brush up as well. Now, as y'all can see, I haven't went on my nose yet, so I'm just taking a real little bit of that foundation to go on my nose. I want to use as less products on my nose as I possibly can, especially when it comes to foundation or concealer. Okay, and whatever foundation is left, I'm just going to apply that to my neck. Now I'm going to conceal underneath my eyes. This concealer is thick, so I don't really want to apply too much, but apply enough and it gives you that nice coverage. And I'm gonna mist my face. And what's in this bottle is the Pixi Rose Water. I like to use that in this particular bottle because I love the way that this bottle mists out the spray. So I prefer to just use it in that particular bottle versus having it in its original. So I'm just tapping that concealer into place. And then for the edges, I'm just taking my foundation brush. Of course, there's nothing on there, and I'm blending out those edges. Okay. As well as blend out the edges underneath my eyes. And blending that into that foundation right there. Again, foundation brush. Wow, the inner parts of my eyes is drying down a little more. I'm gonna go in with my bronzer. Use is the Fenty Mocha Mami. A little goes a long way because it is very pigmented, but I love this bronzer. The only one that I use. So I'm starting from basically where my ear begins, tapping it into place, blending into my hairline, and then for this part you want to blend upward. Lightly feather it up. Don't drag down. Forehead, blend into the hairline. To blend that out even further, go in with your foundation brush to blend out those edges. Okay. To kind of set that into place, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of powder. And I'm actually going to set everywhere except for under my eyes. I'm just lightly pressing that in. And as y'all can see, I didn't go over that area yet because I have to finish underneath the eye. So I'm just going to lightly press that concealer in. The powder that I'm using is the Mercier translucent, I think it's medium deep. Yep, medium deep. And just very lightly set in that under eye. You see? Do the same. To smooth out that powder on the triangle puff, just blend it on the back of my hand. Okay. I'm also going to apply this same powder underneath also going to go in with just a little bit of the translucent. Apply this translucent powder over my brows to take away that shine. This is also helping set the concealer around your brows as well. And I'm gonna let that sit for not too long. So while that's sitting, I'm gonna go ahead and apply my lip liner. And I'm just using that Wet n Wild lip liner. I used this same pencil for my brows to line my eyes as well as my lips. Your products can work multiple ways. You don't have to just use them for what they're meant for, unless when you get a package and it specifically say do not apply here, do not apply there. Lipstick can be used as a blush, a lipstick, as well as eyeshadow, depending on how you want to do it. So keep that in mind when you're doing your makeup. Play around and see what works for you. I'm going to add in the center of my lips this NYX Lip Lingerie. This is the shade Ruffle Trim. Any lip that I do, unless it's just regular lip gloss, I always do an ombre lip. And you can add gloss to it or leave it how it is. Me personally, I'm just going to leave it how it is. And now I'm just dusting away any excess powder. I take my spoolie and brush through my brows. This will help remove any excess powder that I may have lingering in there. And that same brown, you don't necessarily have to put it. And you can go ahead and set your face. I'm going to mist mine one more time with this spray. This is pretty much just like a refresher. Oh, before I add on mascara, can't forget that. And there you have it. Hope y'all enjoyed this video as much as I did making it. Again, everything that I use in this video or talked about in this video will be listed down below, so feel free to check that out. And also, don't forget to subscribe because you don't want to miss whenever I post another video. My scheduling time for my videos will be Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and off and on Saturdays and Sundays. So just in case I don't post on Saturday and Sundays, you can always look forward to the videos Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. If I happen to miss a Monday, a Wednesday, or Friday, there is a guarantee that you will get double the uploads, one in the morning and one later on in the afternoon. So keep a lookout on that. And I will see you guys in the next one.